Okay, so my name's Adrian, and recently I was listening to Beautiful Lasers by Lupe Fiasco, and I came to the conclusion that if you really listen to what he's saying and listen to the lyrics, that you could figuratively give a or compare references, compare references to Harry Potter or make a reference to Harry Potter and Voldemort, their battle that they've had throughout all seven books. So here's what I've gotten through, and this is what I think that he's trying to say about that.
There's only two ways out. Yeah, you ain't too late. You'll be trapped here forever. There's only two ways out. Yeah, one's for the better, the others.
So here Lupe is saying that if Harry doesn't kill Voldemort, then he'll be trapped in King's Cross. You know, that once part in the book where he goes into a virtual reality where he meets Dumbledore and he sees that mutant thing just on the ground. And when he says two ways out, the first is the door, I thought back to the fifth Harry Potter book where Sirius dies. He goes through that gateway, so you could compare that to a door. And the second way would be through Harry, which would mean in order for Voldemort to get out or be free or something like that, that he would have to go through Harry.
Times living in a world like this, it's pretty hard not to go insane.
So throughout all of everything that's gone in throughout or everything that's gone on through the Wizarding world ever since Harry was born, it was pretty fucked up. So basically he's saying that living in the world like the Wizarding world is pretty hard, and that it's really hard not to go insane, saying that you are just fucking awesome if you don't go insane, because the Wizarding world is fucking crazy, I swear.
Not pretty if you don't comply, pretty easy if you don't complain. Staying there like you don't feel pain, no tears in the face of defeat. Pretend to the end that you don't feel change. Don't admit that your faith is weak. Don't say that you feel like dying.
So this is basically an elongated way of saying that Harry Potter has accepted that he will have to face Voldemort. If he doesn't comply with the Wizarding world, then he will be destroyed, but it's easier to deal with if he doesn't complain. No one wants to hear a bitch. So, the killing curse, it says, no tears in the face of defeat. The killing curse doesn't deal pain to the victim, so when Harry is facing Voldemort, he feels nothing. Or I should say that's the line, stand there like you don't feel pain. Harry feels no pain when he's facing Voldemort. Let's see. Voldemort doesn't cry when he realizes he is lost, because he's Voldemort. What, you can't picture him crying. But instead he does attack Harry Potter, and that results in his death. So yeah, nice job there. Also, it says don't admit that your faith is weak. Harry Potter never admits to anyone that he doesn't believe in himself, but when J.K. Rowling is writing in Harry's thoughts, she does suggest that he's not very faithful in what he's able to do or what he has to do.
It's hard and it feels like diamonds. Going home's just far too gone. Much too late to even feel like trying. Can't understand what I'm saying. Can't figure out what I'm implying.
So here, when he says diamonds, I don't know, I guess he's implying as to crystals, like a crystal ball that Professor Trelawney, I can never know how to say her name, but that she is throwing at people off the tower and just beaming people in the heads. Also, it could also be a reference to the prophecy, which was a crystal ball that smashed in the fifth movie, which ironically wasn't that hard. Harry, Hermione, and Ron have all left their homes, but Harry and Hermione even more because they both lived in the Muggle world. Uh, they've lost even more. To return home would be too far. To it would just be too much trouble to go to. Also, says can't understand what I'm saying. I can't figure out what I'm implying. Aber- Aberforth, Dumbledore's younger brother, gets mad because uh, he gets mad at Harry because he thinks that it's too late to do anything, that Voldemort has won, and that Harry disagrees. And then when Harry confronts him about it, he just gets lost and he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to say back.
Feel you don't wanna be alive. You feel just how I am. I'm on the dark side, and you can't come find them. Hell when it's light all around you. Yeah, when it's dark all inside them.
The Horcruxes make the wearer or whoever's wearing it feel different. They don't really know what's happening at the time. They don't realize their change, but to everyone around them, it's pretty obvious. Voldemort's on the dark side. Uh, he can never be found really. He's always being called to a place like the dark mark on the Death Eater's arms. They have to press that with their wand in order to get him, but otherwise he's impossible to find. Says how when it's light all around you, there are people who clearly like Voldemort for whoever knows why. Like Bellatrix, she like basically in love with him, but it doesn't matter to him because he's clouded in darkness, so he just don't give a fuck.
No winners when it's me against me. One of us just ain't gon' survive. My heart been broke for a while. Yours been the one keeping me alive.
So what Lupe is saying here is technically, if you think about it, Voldemort and Harry are one. When Voldemort tried to kill Harry Potter, he was ripped apart for an eighth time accidentally, not meaning to, and that eighth part of his soul was put into Harry, which gives him the ability to talk to snakes and stuff like that. On the other hand, Voldemort used Harry Potter's blood to return in the fourth movie, Goblet of Fire, which basically makes them bonded together. And technically, his says my heart's been broken for a while. Voldemort's soul, I guess, would be his heart, because he's an evil bastard that has no heart. Has been broken into 8 pieces for a while now, and after the gang gets rid of everybody or all the other Horcruxes, Harry's just the only one keeping them alive, or keeping him alive. Everything down here sucks. Maybe what's up there is great. So J.K. Rowling never says this in the book. Actually, like, it's never actually written down, but Harry's lost his parents, his friends, and just people that are dear to him in general. So perhaps, I mean, I know if I were Harry, then this would be one of my thoughts, but maybe he just thinks death is the way out.
We all gotta go one day. I just wanna cut to the chase. I wanna stop these nightmares. I just wanna touch your face.
So here Lupe is saying that Harry just wants the battle between him and Voldemort to just stop, so all the deaths can be over with. And he wants to see Ginny one last time, you know, that final walk before he goes towards his death. He stops and pauses at Ginny, maybe saying to himself that he should say something to Ginny, but decides not to.
All you see is all my feet. All I see is all my flaws. All I hear is all my demons. friends, even through your applause. All you see is all my flights. Well, all I see is all my files. All you see is all my rights. All I see is all my wrongs. Door keep telling me to fight. Gun on the table telling me to come on. Telling me to put him inside my hand. Then put it up right next to my dome. Door keep telling me to find a reason. Anything to keep me from squeezing. Simplest things, yeah, you really like summer. You really like music. You really like reading. Love.
So in that first part, when he's talking about everything that he sees or everything that you see, when Voldemort takes over Harry, he brings up those sad moments in Harry Potter's life, or you could say that it's a Dementor bringing up the bad and sad moments in Harry's life and trying to break him. But you know what? I'm gonna compare it to a Dementor because in order for him to summon a Patronus charm, Harry needs to see friends and loved ones. When he's talking about the Lord, the first part when he mentions him, the Lord is Dumbledore, who never gave up on Harry, but Voldemort's ways are cruel. Talking about trying to force Harry into suicide, or that's what Lupe is saying. And then Dumbledore is always saying that Harry has love for friends and family, which Dumbledore doesn't have. And he also says that simplest things, yeah, you really like summer. Harry hates summer. That's like the worst part of his year, so maybe Lupe didn't read the whole book. Maybe he skipped a couple chapters.
I can't win if it's me against me. One of us ain't gon' survive. And my heart been broke for a while. Yours been the one keeping me alive. Yours been the one keeping me alive. Yours been the one keeping me alive.
And last but not least, this final part. Yours been the one keeping me alive. I can't win if it's me against me. One of us ain't gonna survive. Harry versus Voldemort. One of them's not gonna survive. So, you know what? Thanks for listening. I'm sorry about the nasally voice. I kind of have a cold right now, but if you'd like, write your descriptions in the comment box. Leave what you have to say, and thanks for watching.